front seats, so make sure you move forward. We'll do a quick show of hands. How many people are from database or data engineering backgrounds? Excellent. How many from product strategy, product management backgrounds? Excellent. How many are developers, pure developers? Excellent. We are in the right room, and everyone is awake, which is good. So let's get started. The topic that we're going to talk about is fairly interesting to me. For people who have been in this industry for over a decade, we have seen the journey of data, from siloed systems to data warehouses, real-time analytics, and now the cool buzzword, machine learning and AI. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the problems around the data and what we can do and what Google offers as tools to address those. How many have seen this? Yes, this is the Google search. Behind this is 20 years of innovation, infrastructure, and technology. And that is what powers and makes the search so simple and easy to use. So if you have recently Googled Google, you would have come across a very cool video. It actually talks about AI being the new differentiator. Let's have a quick look.
Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have at 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That was cool, wasn't it? So the power behind that is AI. And we truly believe that AI is going to be a differentiator for all organizations. One thing is becoming clearer when I meet enterprise leaders globally. It is that ML and AI is going to be a differentiating strategy, and it is something that organizations have to adopt. It is no longer an option. A recent study done by Bain says that people or organizations who have a good ML strategy are 2x more likely to make data-driven decisions, 5x more likely to make faster decisions, and 3x more likely to execute faster on those decisions. So what's stopping us? Data and technologies are great enablers, but what truly brings out the magic behind it is people. People like you and me who can bring technology and their creativity together to solve some really interesting problems. This is truly where innovation and technology meet each other. And that is what is going to be the future of our generation, the future where we are trying to bring in technology to the right problems, use our creativity, and solve those challenges. So let's talk a little bit about the challenges that we see today with data. This is a very interesting stat. The data analytics landscape has been getting complex over the years. The world is generating thousands of data across. Data from IoT sensors, web clicks, social media. We are going to generate 163 zettabytes of data by 2025. That is 10 to the power of 21. How do we make sense of that data? How do we get meaningful insights out of the data? While we talk to enterprises, they often talk about data being unsynced, untapped, and unused, leaving business advantage on the table. The two key factors that people talk about is unstructured data sitting in enterprises and data not being integrated across systems. How do we address a problem like that? And moreover, with big data coming into picture, 90% of data is unstructured. So in order to handle the data, we need to upskill ourselves as well. How do we deal with those requirements as an organization? To add to it, there are so many products that we are talking about. So many options, so many architectural recommendations, so many things out there confusing people to pick and make the right choice. When we talk to people, there are fragmented solutions that they struggle to put together to address a particular problem. So let's talk about if we as Google can help you get through this. We have been in the space for over 20 years. We have seen this. We have proven solutions to address this. So let me talk to you a little bit about the solutions that we have in this particular space. The Google Cloud Big Data solutions are based on 4 key design principles. Serverless. Our serverless approach helps customers to think about data and forget about the infrastructure piece. We take care of infrastructure, you take care about the data and the data solutions associated with it. It is a comprehensive platform, which basically means that we have tools to help you through all the phases of data management, not purely just storage or ingestion. We help you through the complete platform, and that is what will cater and help build better, more robust solutions. We look at machine learning as a comprehensive solution again. If you look at data scientists, they spend 80% of their time basically cleansing data or preparing data for building models. So if you need to integrate into a platform where the cleansing, preparing, and publishing data is all taken care, it just makes your life so much more easier. So Google provides a comprehensive ML platform. And it is proven technology. We have been in the industry for over 20 years. We have done that, and this is how we realize, and this is what is available to you to run your platform on. So let's talk about the Google Cloud Platform data solutions that are available. Google offers serverless, fully managed warehouse platform solutions. They can run petabyte scales of data and return responses in blazingly fast speed. It can reduce your time to queries, and it can help both real-time and batch mode data ingestion. It can help you run your Hadoop and Spark data processing solutions and visualize data with clicks. We'll go through a few of these, but before that, it is important to understand what serverless is. Serverless is a completely different approach to analytics. Data scientists spend 80% of their time in preparing data and 20% of their time actually building models. Google is not only offering a comprehensive AI solution, it offers a platform where data scientists can actually ingest, explore, prepare, and process data. They can build seamlessly ML models or use the out-of-box ML capabilities that the platform provides. We will go into some of these components a little bit more in detail. But before that, if there are 3 key takeaways that you can get from this session, remember that. 1, data is important. AI is going to be a differentiator. And the 3 components that I'm going to talk about is going to change your data journey. So while I take you through this session and go deeper into each of these components, stick with me. And towards the end of this session, we will build an end-to-end architecture for a really interesting customer use case. Sounds good? So enterprise warehouse stores the data, which is very valuable for your organizations. Now, if you can bring insights into this data without having to replicate this data or store this data in some other locations, that is an ask that we have customers always reaching out for. Now, if you can directly run your machine learning queries on it and generate meaningful insights, even better. Now, the BigQuery platform ends up being the core platform for your ML and AI. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the BigQuery capabilities as such. It can ingest up to 100,000 records per second and return petabytes of fast responses at blazingly fast speeds. We will show a really cool demo of BigQuery that talks about the capabilities soon. So what's BigQuery? BigQuery is a GCP's enterprise warehouse solution for analytics. It can store petabytes of data. It is fully managed and serverless. It can help you with real-time analytics, and it can help with streaming data, and it supports standard SQL. BigQuery forms the platform or the foundation of your ML or AI journey. So let's look at this BigQuery demo that's coming up. Here, we are running 5 SQL queries on a publicly available data set, 100 terabytes of data, and it returns a response in less than 24 seconds. It is pure zero-click, one-click, and zero administration. That's the power of BigQuery. Next to BigQuery, when we are looking at, after querying the data that comes out, let's try to build a data pipeline. So we are going to talk about the streaming capabilities that come from the component called as data pubsub. Customers are spending a lot on real-time analytics, and we have seen this and observed this. Data from IoTs, clickstream, real-time analysis from mobile, gaming data. We all need it real-time, and we need it now. And to be able to support a requirement like this, you need a robust ingestion pipeline, and that is what your Cloud PubSub provides. Cloud PubSub is a serverless, powerful streaming capability for real-time analytics on the Google Cloud Platform. It is simple, reliable, and scalable solution, and it ends up being the foundation to ingest your data into the Google data pipeline. It helps with reliable messaging, scales seamlessly, and has deep integration with other Google products. Now, once you have ingested the data, the next component that we need to think about is the cloud data flow. It is, again, a fully managed data processing service that simplifies development and management of stream and batch pipelines. So if you have to think about it, Cloud's PubSub ingests data. It can take streaming data from various sources, and then it pushes the data into data flow, which can help enrich the data. Now, if you put the 3 components together, then this is what we are looking at. It is the stream data analytics on Google Cloud Platform, which talks about ingestion, it talks about transformation, and it talks about analysis using the BigQuery. Now, on BigQuery, you can run your own data analytics products like Tableau or BI, which can provide you good reporting options. And we'll go into a little bit deeper around those. With that, the other piece that I want to cover is Cloud Data Proc. Now, we have all seen Apache Spark and Apache Hadoop services, and Cloud Data Proc takes you full advantage of these services and provides you tools, open source tools that you can leverage for querying, streaming, and machine learning options. So Cloud Data Proc, in a very simplistic term, is more cost efficient and helps you run your Apache Spark and Hadoop systems. Cloud Data Proc can help you automate, build your clusters in a very seamlessly fast way. You can scale up and scale down based on your business requirements. With that, the advantage that you see is efficiency that you bring in terms of cost, being able to switch off clusters when you do not need it, and be able to build clusters as and when you want to scale scale based on the business requirement that you're looking at. So, given that, now we have covered, 3 very interesting components: the BigQuery, data flow and PubSub, and data proc. So, given that, let me talk to you about a very interesting use case that we can help solve for a customer that is looking at an IoT-related setup. So here's a customer that is pumping in sensor data across various devices that they have, and they want to preempt or predict the maintenance around their systems. So are we ready to build one? Okay, so I will guide you through the requirements. I will talk to you a little bit around which pieces can plug in where, and then let's see if we can group them all together and build a really cool reference architecture that you can use here, and you can use it across other implementations that you may have. Okay, let's get started. So the first service that we spoke about is, okay, let me rephrase that. Let me put that out as a question to you. If we need to ingest data, which is coming in a streamed fashion, and it is coming from various sensor devices, and you want to scale that service, and you want to leverage the data and push it into a system that can enrich it. So let's just talk about ingestion as such. What is the service that you're going to start off with? Cloud, yeah, very good. Thank you so much. It's Cloud PubSub. You would start with Cloud PubSub, and a Cloud PubSub would help you kind of stream data into your systems where you can input the data that's coming in from your sensor or other devices and then leverage that data to do further processing on it. A catch to it is if it is not streaming, you can always store your data in one of the storage options that you have, which is cloud storage here, something that Trucker was talking in the session before. Now, once you have your streaming data coming in, I want to enrich and enhance this data to be able to do some cool analytics on top of it. So what is a service that I would plug in to enrich and enhance my data, which is going to help me take me to the next step in the data pipeline? Cloud Data Flow. So Cloud Data Flow is a service. It's a data processing framework which helps with batch and stream processing that is going to pick data from from the PubSub services and be able to enrich and enhance those for further storage and further processing on it. Remember, our goal is we would put this data in a place where we can run really cool out-of-box models to be able to predict a maintenance requirement for this particular customer. So to add to this, the customer says they already have certain data that is sitting in a large Hadoop cluster, and they would probably want to engage that data as well. What is the service that I can put in here to manage my Hadoop or Spark clusters better? Cloud Data Proc. So Data Proc can talk to your storage directly and be able to leverage that data. And you can, with Cloud Data Proc, you can manage your, with low cost, manage your clusters better. Now, on this ingestion pipeline, we ingested data, we are enhancing data. Now we want to kind of store this data in some storage options, which can do two things. One is it can store data, it's a large piece, and it can help me run analytics. If you could answer the first part, what's the data storage option that I would use that can help run analytics on it? It was the first component that we kind of covered, which is BigQuery. So the data goes into your BigQuery systems, extremely fast, cheap, on-demand analytical engine, or you can also move your data into Bigtable, which is high-performance, NoSQL database for large workloads. So the data goes either into BigQuery or your Bigtables, and on top of BigQuery, you can run your machine learning models. That is the goal that we are getting to, where we can leverage the data that is sitting on our Bigtables and BigQueries to be able to run machine learning models to be able to predict or preempt a requirement that the customer has in terms of maintenance of systems, manufacturing systems, and the data is coming from the IoT sensors. Now, if I need analytics on top of it, I always have an option to run some really cool reports using Tableau, BI, other partners. Data Studio is a very popular tool that we use to build real-time reports on it. So if you look through it, we very seamlessly built a complete end-to-end data pipeline, which is, again, a very common use case that we see, where we are streaming data through our streaming services. We are enriching data through our data flow services, and then we are kind of putting in data into BigQuery or Bigtables to run analytics on top of it. And all these very seamlessly without having to focus on infrastructure. You are able to leverage the power of cloud and focus on your data and focus on solving customer problems rather than looking onto the infrastructure piece. With that, I will show you a real-time architecture that we have. This is an implementation for one of our customers, and if you could see through it, we are fairly close. We missed a couple of points. We didn't talk about the core IoT, which is a component that is out there, and it's been covered in one of our breakout sessions. But we look at the PubSub, we look at the data flow, we look at data proc, we look at the machine learning capabilities that it has, we look at the BigQuery, where we are storing the data, and then we have cool analytics layer that sits on top of BigQuery to be able to give you the visualization capabilities that you're looking at. Isn't that cool? Do you all feel like data geeks now with that information out there? Again, if you have any further questions on this, we are more than happy to share this architecture. I know there is a demo that's running in one of the IoT booths, which is built on this particular architecture. But if there is any further questions, I'm going to be hanging out near the PSO booth. Please feel free to come talk to me more about the capabilities of the Google Cloud Platform, and happy learning. Thank you so much.